Good morning, Marg.
Good morning, Justine. How are you?
I'm awesome. I've had a lovely weekend. So thank you so much for volunteering to be interviewed so we can get some insights into what working as a VA means for you.
Cool.
Okay, so I'm just going to go straight in with some questions. Why did you want to be a VA?
Because it all came about because I was part of an organisation that was using you guys, and I wanted to be one of you when I grew up. I was able to see what was possible, I think, from doing the virtual work, and I was at the receiving end seeing what was being delivered, and one day I sort of had a recollection of thinking, hey, I think I could do this. So I talked to the lady that was doing the work for us as the organisation at that point in time, who was Claire, and she said, nah, Justine won't take you on. And that's where it really started from, I think, because I was on the other side of it and it looked pretty good.
So now that you've been with us for a couple of years,
yep,
has working as a VA met your expectations?
Yeah, because I'd been in banking longer than you'd probably been born.
I wouldn't count on it.
And I was exiting out of that to do my own business, and I needed some other form of income, but the key thing I needed was flexibility because of the celebrant work that I do, which is predominantly funerals, which people don't choose when they die. So I needed to be able to move my work around to work with that, and that certainly delivered on that. And just the team and the support, it's probably a question you've got further on, but I'll answer it now in anticipation. It's just such a wide and diverse team. And because I do a chunk of my work is for you, I probably am quite privileged from the point that I have connections with every single person in the team in some shape or form.
And for anyone watching this, Marg does our client invoicing and pays our contractors. So she's the one checking that the time's tracked and click up and it matches up with their invoices. So, you get to talk to everyone.
And the most important payment is my own. It's always the first one to zero.
I must check that one day. So what have the challenges been, Marg?
As I've taken on other clients other than yourself, it's the challenges, or it's just the learnings really, have been juggling that and not dabbling in a little bit of your work and a little bit of another client at the same time. So it's been about creating my own schedule for that, and tying that in with the clients' routines and my own daily routines. So, some clients need particular things at the beginning or end of month. Some are quite ad hoc, but I have my own wee schedule for that. And of course, the work that I do for you, that has different time precious things for our contractors to be paid or for the invoices to go out, for the money to come in. So it's been, while in other walks of life I've always been able to schedule stuff, I think the fact that you're sitting at home, you have to be disciplined, and have that routine of getting up at the same time each morning, looking presentable from the waist up anyway. And
I won't ask you to stand up, Marg.
I don't. And just having a good, solid routine. But then the other side of it is that I'm quite happy working at nighttime or weekends because it works around my other work. And probably one of the other challenges that I had to adjust to is with one of my clients that they are based overseas. And it's not really a challenge. Sometimes it's a benefit because I can be doing stuff at say midday, and I know they're just logging on for the day. So I don't have to be up at 6 in the morning. The time zone works in my favour, but it's just adjusting to those things.
So still on challenges, and I'll throw this question at you. Working from home has its pros and cons. Do you feel like you're a one-man band, or it's the buck stops with you, or do you feel part of a team? How do you balance working from home and being part of something and supported?
I feel very much part of a team, because if I have something I'm not sure of, I know I can reach out to you or any of my colleagues. If there's a client that wants something that I don't have the skill base on, I pretty much know if there's someone in the team that's got it, or we've got our own chat page that we can put it out there and say, does anyone know how to do whatever?
Yeah.
In fact, I probably more interactive in this team than other teams that I've managed.
Oh, that's pretty cool to hear.
Yeah.
All right, here's a nice one. What have been the highlights of working as a VA?
Well, probably a couple of times now.
Aside from working with me, Marg.
Yeah, I was going to stroke your ego too much.
Your hourly rate's just gone up.
Highlights, I believe I've made genuine friends through this. So there's people that I would just have a chat on the phone that's not work related. There's been a couple of times when I've been in someone else's area that I've met up with a VA, because it's nice to meet face to face, and we've just had a coffee and chewed the fat, and that's been pretty special.
That's pretty awesome. Because team for me it's everything. When I have discovery calls with clients, I say the thing I'm most proud of is the people I work with, and how we all support each other. And I think working from home, you get all the good and none of the bad. You don't get the bitchiness and the office games. And I'd be terrible if I had the whole team working in an office, because I'd be like, oh, so-and-so's had an extra 5 minutes for lunch, and there's none of that. So, all right, how has your life changed since being a VA? The good, the bad, and the ugly, Marg.
The good is that I have built up more clients to what I had when I first started just doing work for you. I've got the flexibility I need for my other work. I can wear what I want most of the times, unless I'm having a Zoom call. And I can work from anywhere in my house if I want to work on my laptop. I tend to try and stay to work in my office so that I'm more focused. But and I think I'm a little bit of the envy of some of my friends as well, who still go out to the office each day, and with the rising petrol costs, like I'll just walk from my bedroom to my office. And I can make coffee anytime I want, and I can wander in the garden when I have a break.
Yeah, freedom.
Yep.
And a better work-life balance.
Yeah.
I'm the same. I have casual Fridays, which means I work from the couch the rest of the week. I try and work in the office, but yeah. Or in the summer I'll go out on the deck and work, and it's pretty special. Okay. And no ugly?
No, I can't think of any ugly. Probably only except when the boss is more dressed up than you are on a Zoom call.
Which is hardly ever. So here's a last question, and I'm throwing this one at you. If you had a friend that was thinking about becoming a VA, what advice would you give them? For anyone that's watching this that's thinking about applying.
I'd probably I have talked to friends about it, and I've said you've got to have self-belief in what your own strengths are. And I think that was something that I learned very early in the piece by being on the other end of being a client, that you don't have to have every single skill, because that's why you have a team of 26 odd virtuals, that we all bring something to the table. but equally we're not, for people not to think that just automatically there's going to be 40 hours of work there every week, because there may not be, and that they would need to be disciplined. Like, there's a couple of people that have talked to me about it, and I've thought, you are the most disorganized people, or I hope they're not watching this. That how would this work for you? You know, you need to be organized, and you need to be disciplined, and you need to have a routine, and you're still going to be professional. And just because you're working from home, while we have a lot of laughs as a team off the record, you know, when we're with our clients, they could be key big corporate customers, and our clients are our best advocates. So we've still got to keep that level up there. And it's not an escape route to just do it your way when you want, wherever you want, because you're still providing for a client.
Yeah. And there's still expectations that you need to meet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And can I just say what a friggin' awesome addition you are to our team, Marg. I don't have to worry about any of my bookkeeping. I know I can pair you up with a client, and I know you're available to support our other VAs when they've got bookkeeping or the dreaded phone call kind of tasks. I just have to say thank you. I think you're amazing.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right. Done?
Done.
Oh.